You're listening to Inside Lebo, a podcast giving you an inside look at Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania, produced by Mount Lebanon's Public Information Office.
Welcome back to another episode of Inside Lebo. I'm Assistant Public Information Officer and Senior and Online Editor Rachel Windsor. In today's episode, we're chatting with the Recreation Department. So we have with us today Assistant Recreation Director Tim Ishman, Recreation Program Manager Zach Wolling, and Assistant Facility Manager Tony Attanucci from the Rec Department. So we're going to dive right into how the programs at the Rec Center can align with your winter wellness goals and provide a sneak peek at all the activities you can enjoy this winter in Lebo. Whether you're staying active outside or sticking with your fitness resolutions, they've got ways to keep you motivated. So Tim, Zach, Tony, thank you for joining us. And why don't we start off by you telling us about the fitness programs that the department offers for adults during the winter months?
Okay, so we offer fitness programs that run year-round. The programs that we offer during daylight hours include morning Pilates and yoga, chair yoga, and Tai Chi. For the evening classes, we also offer Tai Chi, evening Pilates and yoga, and Zumba. There are also beginner and advanced karate classes for adults on Wednesday. I also wanted to mention that we're going to try a new class on Saturday, January 25th called Yin Yoga and Yoga Nidra. This is a workshop that will meet in room A, and for those who don't know, Yin Yoga is the practice of holding poses for an extended period of time, between 2 and 5 minutes, and Yoga Nidra is more of a guided meditation. So we're excited to see how that class works out. We also have a monthly program called the Lebo Lunch Bunch for seniors to get together. This program typically meets on the third Tuesday of each month. And we have a speaker followed by a hot lunch and either a live movie or entertainment. So this is a chance for seniors to get out of the house and have some social interaction. Lastly, we have a great tennis center that offers adult clinics for beginners and advanced players, and they also offer cardio tennis classes.
Great. Yeah, that's a lot of really good programs that we have available for the adult residents here. Can you tell us a little bit more about the youth programming specifically that's available?
Sure. For the little ones in preschool and kindergarten, we have a program called Sporties for Shorties that meets on Mondays and Tuesdays at different times. This program introduces kids to basic sports in a fun small group environment. For the school-age children, we have our youth basketball program that is currently underway, and we also have a first grade program that starts at the end of February. Additionally, we have art, dance, mommy and me classes, and youth karate classes, as well as tennis clinics.
Great. And so, with the new year underway, a lot of people are setting resolutions around fitness and wellness. So for people that want to stay local in Mount Lebanon, what advice do you have for someone who's trying to stick to their fitness goals in the early months of the year?
Rachel, thank you for inviting us first off. Whenever you think about activities, getting physical, doing that type of stuff, for those who are beginning again, you want to keep it simple, really. You want to start out with small, realistic goals. And by that, I mean you really want to set yourself up for successes. An example might be that you're not going to say, well, I'm going to run a marathon this year. You may start out with walking and then a 5K and then a 10K, and you're going to build yourself to that particular goal. So if your goals are really realistic and small, you have a better chance of succeeding on those, which then motivates you to continue to do things. Don't over plan. Don't write 100 goals. Try to keep it where there's 2 or 3 things that you can get really specific about and try to manage that over time. And then as you accomplish those, you can add in the year. But to start out with a long list may take your energy away because it may seem unrealistic again. Make it a routine. Plan for it. We plan for a lot of things in our lives. So at this particular situation, it's no different. Plan to work that activity or your fitness into your daily routine or weekly routine. Try to add that. Include others. It's important. Most people exercise socially. And by that, I mean 90% of the people that are out there go with friends or family members, and people look forward to seeing them when they're doing whatever it is they're planning on doing. The other part of that lower percentage are the people that are really the high intense really into exercise, and they don't care if anybody's around. They're all about working out. So if you look at how most people succeed, they've set realistic goals, they have a short number of them, they plan for it regularly, and they include others to build that support network with them. So they're doing all these things that are going to help encourage them to do it. And always celebrate every win you have, no matter how small it is, because again, motivation is key.
Great. Yeah, it's a lot of really good advice for people out there. And, a lot of people feel hesitant to exercise outside when it's cold. So what strategies do you encourage community members to stay active, whether it's indoors or outdoors during the colder months?
In that particular, I actually should have mentioned this earlier to the last question, is in fact, anyone that's beginning to exercise should really talk with their physician before starting. They need to understand what they can and can't do. I mean, we'd all like to think that we have, that vitality of an 18-year-old. As we age, we need to make sure we're being conscious of not doing something that could hurt us. So talking to your physician is always a good way to start out. If you're doing something physical, always warm up, stretch, and cool down. Those are critical things to do. It's not just going to go out there and start doing something. Then you reduce the risk of an injury. Start light and easy and build incrementally. That's also another good aspect to do. Something creative is try new things. This is the time to experiment. I mean, so you like walking. We have an ice arena in which you can skate. So maybe you add skating to that regimen just to kind of try something different. So there are the traditional things people think, like mall walking and items such as that, but there are so many other things you can try to do. A cardio tennis class, as Zach mentioned, try to go maybe do a lap or two around the ice arena. You're getting out, you're around friends, you're around people, you're doing all those things. And make it fun, make it social, exercise with others, and just spend time out, because at this time of year people can get depressed because they're captive in a house, the weather's not that great. So if you can get out and be around people, that social interaction goes beyond the physical as well as the mental health.
Yeah, for sure. So how can people register for the Mount Lebanon fitness programs year-round?
Okay, so the first thing that someone would need to do is set up an account with the Recreation Department. And you can find a link to set up your account on the municipal website at mountlebanon.org. Once on the page, you'll click on Menu up at the top left of the page, then click on Parks and Recreation, then click on How to Register for an Account. And this will take you to a page that has step-by-step instructions with pictures, and it's very easy to follow. And you can set up a personal or family account. And then once the account is set up, you can browse through and register for any seasonal programs, ice center programs, park pavilions, platform courts, and tennis courts.
Great. Well, thank you for getting us started and giving us a brief overview of all of the programs available at the Rec Center. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to hear more specifically about our ice skating activities. And we have with us 3 staff members from the Mount Lebanon Recreation Department. And on this episode of Inside Lebo, we've talked about the programs that we offer for adults, for youth, and different ways to sort of get started or continue with your wellness and fitness journey into the new year. So now we're going to shift gears and talk a little bit about ice skating activities in the winter that help keep people in Mount Lebanon active. Can you tell us about the Learn to Skate programs offered at the Mount Lebanon Ice Rink, and what age groups and skill levels are they tailored to?
Sure. The Learn to Skate program is what's also known as Skate USA. It's a component underneath the U.S. Figure Skating organization. It is designed for individuals starting at the age of 3 through adults who can participate in a group activity, their group lessons. In 2022 and 2023, our operating year, Mount Lebanon ranked 35th in the nation with our Learn to Skate program. It was the #1 program in the state by volume of participants and 18th in our section. So we have one of the larger Learn to Skate programs in the country, which we're really proud of. Our sessions are year-round, and we are typically 6 weeks in length. Classes will vary in length depending on the age or the ability of the skater, and are either 30 or 40 minutes in length. And they are offered all 7 days of the week. So we have different varieties, different levels, scattered Monday through Sunday. Our skill levels start at beginner and go all the way up to advanced. And right now we're in our January, our winter session, which is our largest, and at this point we have 321 skaters right now participating in this 6-week session. So it's a very popular program. We've been doing it for decades, and we have incredible instructors, a wonderful coordinator. We are truly blessed to have the program that we have.
Yeah, over 300 people. That's awesome. What about for people looking to learn to play hockey? How does Mount Lebanon's rink support them in terms of skill building and equipment?
Well, in terms of skill development, we have something to offer a wide range of ages and abilities. If we start at the beginning, our traditional Learn to Play Hockey classes, they are designed for beginners ages 4 through 12 that have completed an appropriate level of the Learn to Skate program, or if they already possess the minimum base of skating ability required for success in the class. The Learn to Play Hockey program is broken into 5 levels with specific curriculum just to ensure progressive development in the fundamentals, which include skating, puck handling, passing, shooting, and gameplay. We also offer, in conjunction with the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Little Penguins Learn to Play Hockey program. We provide that twice per season, once in the fall, once in the winter, and that one is best suited for kids that don't have any Learn to Play Hockey experience yet, but they do have some Learn to Skate levels that are completed. And the bonus thing about that program is it does come with a full bag of equipment to get the kids started. So definitely a popular program. For other kids that have completed our Learn to Play Hockey programs and are starting amateur hockey, we offer spring clinics once the season ends to help them prepare for tryouts. Included in those spring clinics are power skating, squirt transition for kids that are moving from mite to squirt level hockey. We have a goalie specific skills clinic, and we are going to introduce a check-in clinic this year to help kids learn how to handle body contact when they are aging up from Pee-wee to Bantam. We'll also be introducing some pre-season tune-ups. We haven't done that before, but we think there is definitely a need for our community to provide some additional ice time with some structure prior to the regular hockey season, and those will take place in early August. Additionally, for adults, we have an adult skills and drills class. We run that twice per year, once in the spring, and then we do a summer session as well. Each of those run 8 weeks in the spring and 6 weeks in the summer. Another very popular class for the adults there. Another adult level class, we have a weekly ladies clinic every Wednesday afternoon. It's tailored to a variety of skill levels. It's very enjoyable. We focus on just developing fundamentals, and we mix in some fun and gameplay. So that's been another growing program for us. And then for your equipment needs, we provide a list of required equipment for all of our clinics and leagues. So that can be used as a good guide for anybody that does not have that hockey knowledge or previous experience.
Great, thank you. So tell us a little bit about what the public skating experience looks like in Mount Lebanon. Are there any helpful tips for first-timers who want to make the most of their public skating session at the Mount Lebanon ice rink?
Sure. By nature, public session's a drop-in, walk-up program. It's offered year-round, and we have it throughout different times of the week. We have morning, we have weekend activities for different user groups who wish to come in. This skate, some advice for people coming in for this is especially if you're first-timers, one, dress comfortably. Make sure that you wear socks that are higher than a skate boot, because obviously that could rub against your skin and cause it to chafe. Make sure your skates fit properly. We can help you with that when you come to the rink. Start slowly and stay in control. Try not to look down and try to look ahead. I mean, it's going to be a tendency to want to see a thin edge and want to make sure you don't fall, but you're actually better off looking forward. Learn how to stop and stand up, because no matter how good of a skater you are, when you fall down, you got to figure out how to get up. That's something you need to do, and by all means, have fun. I mean, it's again, you want to be careful, you want to be safe, but at the same time, you want to have a good experience, and I think it's a good overall cardiovascular and exercise opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a unique program that's called BOLD, which stands for Blind Outdoor Leisure Development to Assist Blind Skaters. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how community members can get involved?
Sure. This program's offered weekly. It's on Thursdays between 12 and 1:30 p.m. It's for individuals who are technically identified or defined as legally blind. This program's been around for several years and offers ice skating time exclusively for this demographic. We, at one point in time, had public skating, and they were intermixed with just general sighted individuals, and it was just a little bit too hectic and crazy for them. So they asked for any opportunity to carve out a niche where they would feel a little more secure on the ice. And we adjusted our public skating hours to create this time on Thursday for them. One of the keys is that in order for them to participate, they need to have a sighted guide. And that's where, what we look for in this particular situation. Individuals who have a desire to want to volunteer for this, first of all, should be good skaters, because in a sense they're helping them around the ice. They can't be beginners who don't know how to skate. They have to have the basic skating ability. Once that's met, then they can reach out by emailing Bold Western PA, BOLDWPA@gmail.com, and the organization itself will take it from there and coordinate that volunteer with a skater that's planning on coming, and they get it set up from there.
Great. And last question about skating. Are there any youth or adult leagues or other programs that allow players to practice or compete in a fun, low-pressure environment?
Yeah, I would say all of our clinics and leagues are really at the forefront. Fun is at the forefront of everything we do with our leagues and our programs. So we want hockey to be fun. We want the learning and development process to be enjoyable as well. And it's no coincidence that the best players are usually the ones that enjoy the game the most and love the game. So for that reason, hockey isn't always associated with lifetime sports, but it absolutely is if you love the game. You can play it a long time. And case in point, we offer something for all ages. So for leagues, we have a developmental league / we started to call it Learn to Play Hockey Game Night, because we think it's a really good fit for that class of players that's just kind of getting started, but they're not quite ready for organized amateur hockey. So we have that on Friday evenings during the hockey season. For our adults, we have our senior 25 years old and over draft league. That as well has a variety of abilities and ages. We have the ultra senior league, which is 40 and over draft league. So both of our senior draft leagues are very popular. They have a wide range of skills and abilities, but both of those leagues are really centered around community and having fun. So I encourage you as an adult to try one of those if you're interested in playing. We have a pond hockey 3-on-3 adult league. That's kind of in its infancy. It's only been around a little over a year or so, and another very popular growing league. We play on the studio rink on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights. It's a very informal form of hockey. We split into teams for each session, and players just come, and it's a fun thing. There's no goalies. We use the little mini pond hockey nets, and it's all about just having fun and getting a good sweat in. And I think we mentioned the ladies clinic earlier. That's another popular one for that demographic. And then outside of that, the other opportunity, if you're not going to participate in one of the leagues, would be our stick times. And we run stick time throughout the hockey season every Tuesday afternoon. And in the off season, we try to fit them in whenever we can outside of our normal programs.
Great. Lots of really good programs for people to take part in. So how can people stay connected with the Recreation Department for updates on programs and events?
I would say the easiest way to do that is to go to our website. You can find it through mountlebanon.org and go to the Parks and Recreations page. That is the best one. We're always updating that on a daily basis to keep up with our programs and the changes. And the other one, if you don't want to miss anything, I would say when you go to that recreation tab, if you go to the right-hand side, you want to click on to sign up for email announcements, and if you do that, you enter your email, you'll get our weekly newsletter.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Tim, Zach, and Tony, for sharing with us all of the great programs that you guys have. We really hope it's inspired you to get moving and visit the Rec Center this winter. That's going to be it for this edition of Inside Lebo, produced by Marcia Morgenstern, with music by Drew Monod and graphics by Chris Leeper. Thanks for listening to Inside Lebo, and we'll be back with another look into the municipality.
Thanks for listening to Inside Lebo, produced by Mount Lebanon's Public Information Office. Learn more about all things Lebo at mountlebanon.org or by following our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages.